Chevy riding on the highway.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for joining me on the show today. This is The Morning Ride. My name is Anita Owusu, and of course, this is Metro TV. I want to thank Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfit today. Thank you so much. Today, as usual, you know what I do is like a whole potpourri thing. You don't know what to expect, and then you expect something really nice. I've got a young man here. His name is Ken Carr, and Ken is a writer, and he's not one of those writers. Ken is fascinating, and if you get a copy of his book, you would see what I am talking about. So Ken will be joining me, and today's show, the theme for today's show is basically inspiration. He's here to inspire the younger generation. And then I've got my dear friend who's been on this show before. She is a musician and a lecturer as well, and recently permanently damaged her head, in her own words. She's now a PhD. She had a PhD, and she joins me shortly. Wegewa. I'm sure you've heard that name before. She joins me. And then I've got Linda Yanka. Linda is an entrepreneur. She's also a student at the Central University College. And then she's a musician. And of course, I've got Destiny. Destiny is also a musician. And I've got a young man who'll be talking about the Shekinah experience. So today's theme is inspiration. Most of the people, well, all the people you see today will inspire you. So I'll be right back.
J. Martin, Arafat, Yorobo. Hey, levez la main tout le monde. Put your hands up.
I don't like this shirt touching body. Waka. But you know say my mama don't like them. Waka. I don't want this shirt touching body. Waka. But you know say my papa don't like them. Waka. Listen up. See, Shalewa, Halima. I get this friend where we get from Calabar, Labakan, Friday. Come to think she be my personal person. But anytime when she come around, she get this feeling where they do me like fever. And when she dance with my mezzaboo, they be me like say na for pana. Me like how she play the bass line. It makes me sing ooh la la la. The way she the way she that. It makes me sing ooh la la la. Oh yeah. When mommy come back, she a jump. Daddy come to me a cross. And when they ask me, it wasn't me. That's why me talk say I don't like this shirt touching body. Waka. But you know say my mama don't like them. Waka. I don't want this shirt touching body. Waka. But you know say my papa don't like them. Waka. Listen up. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na.
Ale pepe busenda, mama bache matulaga damba de mawana magoro. Sineme bane maban, kuna mangane me mate maban. Koko banyeja, tolo ko mama natala. Tolo matulaga damba de mane maban. Shene makolo ko mama ko di mala kuna mate mala.
Me like how she play the bass line. It makes me sing ooh la la la. The way she that. It makes me sing ooh la la la. Oh yeah. When mommy come back, she a jump. Daddy come to me a froze. And when they ask me, it wasn't me. That's why me talk say I don't like this shirt touching body. Waka. But you know say my mama don't like them. Waka. I don't want this shirt touching body. Waka. But you know say my papa don't like them. Waka. Listen up. Oh na 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 na.
Put your hands up.
Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Imara susoni, okwina no. Chimomi, makifine mebu spiritual healing. Amina, Shalewa. Chimomi, however, no try me.
You are welcome back. And normally, you know me, when you hear weird sounds like that, then it's about to be like, I'm about to have a supernatural interview. But today, I think it's a supernatural interview as well, right? I have a gentleman that I'm so fascinated by. Mr. Ken Carr. Ken is an author and a youth volunteer. And Ken is an author like you've never seen before. You know, at his age, he's written these two beautiful, beautiful novels that I know that you will love to read. If you're a medieval addict like myself, you will totally, totally love to read it. He's a banker. Why am I talking? Somebody wrote in the Daily Showbiz that sometimes I talk too much and I don't allow my guests to talk. So I'm trying very hard to hold it in. Ken, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and I feel good to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's really, 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 really good to have you.
Yes.
And you're 24.
Yes, I am.
Wow. Wow. First of all, what I noticed is that, like I was saying, the English, the choice of words for this book, and the setting and everything, it's like a cross between Gothic, medieval, you know, the language,
Absolutely.
everything, attention to detail. But before we talk about the book, let's go see a little trailer. There's a whole trailer for the book. I had to cut it down. Let's go see a little trailer for the book, and then we'll come back to Ken. Don't go. Okay, you're welcome back. And the first day I saw the book, when he sent it to me to read it, the moment I took it out of the envelope, I just told myself that I have to interview this guy, even before I flipped a page, because attention to detail, he paid attention to every little thing, from the cover of the book to every single thing. You can get it on Amazon, and then on busy internet, you can pick your copy there. You're welcome, Ken.
Thank you, Anita.
Tell me, first of all, what fascinates you? Because, like I said, you know, I'm looking at this and I see Lord of the Rings. I see a lot of movies, you know,
Exactly.
movies that are of that genre. I see Gothic, I see medieval, I see a lot of... So what really fascinates you, Ken?
Okay, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and to share my story with the Ghanaian youth. What fascinates me? It's about creativity, you know. This book, just as you said, what you said is a shared sentiment. People read a book and they say, okay, it's very visual. It has a movie-like content.
Yes.
And I think it's a God-given talent, and my imagination is very powerful. I imagine a lot of scenes, and with creativity, I put it into writing. And basically, what inspires me is the ability to put what
Your
I've
thoughts.
seen, my thoughts together. You know, I'm inspired a lot by what I see around people. And then the book, by the way, is a contemporary book, though it has a Gothic theme. It's contemporary. It's set in a secular, setting. And
Wow.
it's a 21st century book.
Yes, of course. And I've seen you quoting, I've seen biblical.
Exactly.
And not so biblical. I don't know if I should put it that way. So how do you match, or what is the storyline really?
Okay.
Is it set in, it's 21st century obviously.
That's correct.
But, we are looking at ancient times as well, aren't we now?
Yes, we are. The story is set in Ludlam City. That is the name of the city, which is about to be destroyed, by the way. And
Hold on a second. Hold on, just hold on.
okay.
Listen, it's like I'm watching Lord of the Rings, or I'm trying to figure out a movie that, After the defeat of Alcazar and the Brotherhood, Joshkan and his friends find themselves racing against time to avert Ludlam's city of visitation. The first ever spiritual union is disrupted when a greater adversary emerges to warn Joshkan about the looming attack and the state of his sister, Angel. Angel is alive but trapped. The quest to rescue his sister takes Joshkan into a series of vicious obstacles which will leave an indelible mark on his family, his friends, and the City of Hope forever. Secrets will be revealed. I won't go into it. This is just amazing. So
Exactly.
tell me about it. Old Sodom and Gomorrah in
Certainly.
21st century.
Certainly. Okay, so here's a city that is the 21st century Sodom and Gomorrah. It's a very violent city, no respect for human rights, no religion is allowed, and it's being governed by a very ruthless governor.
Yes.
And because there is no religion allowed in the city, a Christian family has been living secretly for so many years, and they are unable to come out with their faith, So it so happened that, and this is just a synopsis, it so happened that someone is sent into the city to warn them of an impending wrath or impending destruction upon that city.
Yes.
Just as it happened in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah during Abraham's time. And they've been given two options. Number one is either they run for their lives so that they will not be part of the incoming destruction, or number two, if they choose to stay behind, they must ensure that the whole city is won to God, and then the day of visitation will not come to pass on them.
Wow.
So that is where the title comes from, Day of Visitation.
So is this a sequel?
That is correct, yes.
It's a sequel. And what reactions do you get? I mean, do you get the same reaction that you got from me, when we met?
Well,
because I was totally fascinated. Totally.
Okay, what I would like viewers and readers to know that this is written by a Ghanaian.
Yes.
And it's on the international market. As you are aware by now, it was published in the US.
Yes.
And it's available in Ghana and online, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and my publishers, lyricspublishing.co.uk. So I get readers liking me to maybe a Dan Brown or other international writers. But what makes me happy is that Ghanaians are appreciating reading.
Absolutely.
So far the readership has been good, and I think the future is bright for the Ghanaian youth, in terms of reading, in terms of researching, and in terms of entertainment.
Are you fascinated by, medieval language? Does that fascinate you?
Well, I would say...
I'm sorry, I'm asking you too many questions at once.
That's fine. I get that all the time.
Like lad,
Exactly.
Lad. Not many people use lad anymore.
Lad is a young man,
years,
yes.
Not many people use the word lad. Now, do they? Go ahead.
Well, I can't say that I'm fascinated a little bit by the medieval culture.
Yes.
I did a lot of research with this book, and basically it's research fused with fiction, which appeals to the 21st century reader. So it's a sequel, by the way, and the story is captivating. Anyone who has not yet read it should grab a copy.
Absolutely is.
Exactly.
What I want to ask you, my dear young man, is at 24, you've achieved a lot. What really drives you? Because there are a lot of young men who have potential, but misplaced priorities. That's what I call it. So what is your drive? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going?
Well, I would say it's the passion to inspire creativity. Let me use the word inspire again, because I realize that we live in an era right now in Ghana where there's a lot of youth apathy. People complain a lot, people whine a lot, but I believe that with a little bit of creativity and imagination and putting resources together, not from one person, but a group of people coming together, we can achieve a lot. And I'm of the personal view that government cannot solve every problem. So it is up to us, the youth, to just think outside the box. And then don't, I know sometimes you want to wait for sponsors. Listen, I did not wait for any sponsor with this. As I told you backstage, after writing the raw manuscript on Microsoft Word, I didn't have any idea about publishing.
No idea at all?
No idea about publishing. And frankly, I didn't even study writing or literature in school. I studied economics, and I did banking and finance in the university. So I have no background at all.
In writing?
When it comes to writing, no.
But was that like a passion that was lingering in there somewhere?
I guess so. When I was in secondary school, by the way, I schooled at Infant Swim, and then shout out to all the Infant Swim guys. I know unconsciously I'll be stepping on that disco and Gasco toes. But so during my days in Infant Swim, I was the secretary for the Writers and Debaters Club. So I was into editing, and my first piece was in our school magazine. So it started from there, and then when I wrote the manuscript, I Googled, you know, and it comes to using the internet wisely, you know, because in as much as there's junk on the internet, there are also positive
things you can
on
do
the
with
internet.
the internet.
Exactly, and I'm a strong advocate of youth using the time that they have profitably on the internet. You can you can even learn a language for free. You can even find a publisher, just as I did, you know. So
people who have books that have not been published can actually go on the net,
exactly,
like you said,
yes,
and find
and
publishers
they can
for
find
their books.
Yeah, you know.
Because there are a lot of people who come up to me and say, look, I have a wonderful manuscript. I don't know how to go about it. And I'm trying to find somebody to help them publish it. And, you know, some people are interested, others aren't. So this is wonderful information. So they can go on the net and then get publishers for their book.
Exactly.
Great.
So I could have published this book in Ghana with a local publisher, but it all comes down to, if I can use this phrase, dreaming big. You know, you have to go beyond borders, you know. So just to summarize the story of how this got published, after writing the manuscript, I sent it to these publishers in the UK. By the way, they have offices in Europe and Asia. They got back to me and they said they like it and they want the full manuscript. And I was apprehensive. I was thinking, well, all these
what if they run away with my book?
with my book, and I never hear from them. I spoke with my dad, and by the way, Dad, thank you so much. My dad believed in me so much, and he wanted me to just take the risk. I took the risk, and
it paid off.
God being so good, it paid off. Exactly.
What I am interested in is the detail. What was the cover and everything your idea, or the publishers just read through it and thought, you know, let's do something gothic? Because here there's the
man in the cloak.
The man in the cloak. There's a name that they give to the man that's wielding like a sword with I don't know what he's called anymore. But that's the man in the cloak, and then there's an angel here.
And then a demon.
And then the demon as well. And everything is so on point, if I'm using the right words. So was it part of your dream as well, or the publishers had to put it together for you?
Okay, Day of Visitation was thoroughly read by my publishers, and they suggested the content, the cover. So it was, I liaised with them, you know, we were sending emails and also speaking on phone, and eventually we came to an agreement on how the book should look like, and I think it's on point.
It is. It really is on point. And you are into volunteering as well. You volunteer. You help. You know, it's like your time is never wasted. You know. And he really adheres to time, and he says that he thinks that if the youth of today are able to manage their time very well, there's a lot that you can do. So tell us about your volunteer work, and then we'll be out.
Okay. My volunteer work started when I was in the university. In second year, myself and a group of friends, we came together to form a voluntary club, and we basically went from lecture hall to lecture hall, lecturer to lecturer, to solicit old clothes or second-hand clothes. And then we've made, between 2010 and this year, we've made 3 main projects. We did a donation of these old clothes plus food stuff to Accra Psychiatric Hospital, Owusu Children's Home, and then recently the Ouija Leprosarium, which was under the distinguished patronage of Father Campbell, Andrew Campbell. So you're right. And just a little bit of, I don't, it's not as if I don't have time for, fun. I do
You do
time.
have fun. Do you have a girlfriend?
Well,
you were not expecting that now, were you?
I wasn't.
Okay. Do you have a girlfriend?
You just put me on the spot.
You don't have to think about it. Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't.
No? Okay. Okay, great. Go ahead.
Okay.
Did I say great? No, great? Forgive me.
You put me on the spot.
I'm really sorry.
I do have time for other things, but for instance, I know I may be stepping on some toes here, but I think that the youth of today spend too much time on social media, especially looking at what other people are doing.
Yeah.
But just as you can spend, say, 5 or 6 hours, I'm not saying social media is bad. Social media is good. I mean, it helps in marketing. But just use some time to research on the internet. I'm a big advocate of the internet.
There's a lot you can get out of there.
There's a whole lot. And it's been helping me. And I'm sure that once the youth of today patronize it positively, Ghana is going to go places. And I think the future is bright for this country.
The future really is bright. Ken Carr, the day of visitation, light and darkness, and day of visitation, salvation. I've got, this passes to downloading it for free on Amazon.
That is correct.
Yes,
yeah.
Downloading it for free on Amazon, and I'm going to give it out to some people who are watching me this morning. But you can get the book on Amazon as well, and then at Busy Internet. So make sure that you pick it and read it. He's 24 years old, and he's achieved all these, at such a tender age. So what is the big dream? Before we go, where does Ken want to go? Is he going to be a movie director someday? Because this will translate into a perfect movie, like beautiful movie. So what is the big dream? Which bank do you work at, by the way?
With EcoBank.
EcoBank.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead. So what's the big dream?
Okay, thanks for the compliment, by the way. Writing is my passion, and I think I'm going to do that for a long time. This is my second year in my writing career, and these books were written in 2 years. So in the medium to long term, I want to pursue writing, and then maybe, just as you've said, someday someone would pick it and make it into a blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
It's everything is possible if you believe.
Everything is possible. Everything is absolutely possible. Ken Carr, it's an honor having you here. A real honor.
Pleasure.
And I hope that the youth who are watching, some of you are even more than 24, but you're now trying to find your direction. If you learn how to use your time wisely, there's a lot that you can do. And you go on the internet, you can use it for good and use it for bad as well. Those of you who want to publish a book, if you have the manuscript, go and research on who can help you publish it. What's the name of your company again? Your publishing house?
Sleebricks.
Sleebricks. Okay,
yes,
so
UK.
Sleebricks. So thank you, Ken.
Yes, but just a moment. I just wanted to add for readers or for viewers who would like to get in touch with me, we have a Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/Day of Visitation. That's one word.
Okay.
/Day of Visitation.
Actually, I'll put this one out there for you. Please pardon me. www.facebook.com/Day of Visitation.
Yes, please. We'll be glad to have everyone on board.
Thank you for giving me
pleasure.
this absolutely fascinating book, which is going to occupy me this weekend.
Certainly.
Thank you
We
so
love reading
much.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. It was an honor having you. And that was Mr. Ken Carr, 24 years old and totally a whole inspiration on his own. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
On the highway, we Chevy riding on.
There was a time I didn't have a home, but Jesus still made me his dwelling place, and since then I have never been the same. I've been cursed and abused, but he chose to bless and use me. Oh my Lord, Jesus made such a difference in my life. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, who am I without you, Lord? Oh, Jesus, I am no one without you, Lord. Out of the depth of my heart, I cry out for mercy, oh my Lord. Hear my voice and be attentive to my cry for help. Oh, like a wind child to his mother, like a winged child is my soul within. I put my hope in the Lord, both now and forevermore. Oh Jesus, who am I without you, Lord? Oh Jesus, I am no one without you, Lord. Oh Jesus, who am I without you, Lord? Oh Jesus, I am no one without you. Oh,
I said everybody you'll be seeing on the show today will inspire you. Well, let me say, everybody? Yeah, everybody. Ken Carr has just done his bits, Day of Visitation, and then Day of Visitation, Light and Darkness, Day of Visitation, Salvation. Thank you, Mr. Ken Carr. Now, my very dear girlfriend, Mrs. Abor,
Yes, ma'am.
also known in showbiz circles as Wei J-Wo. I said Wei Gay-Wo at first. Wei J-Wo, and she is such an inspiration. Thank you so much for setting the trail ablaze.
I have?
Yes, you have. For
thank
setting
you.
the trail ablaze.
Thank you.
And it's her birthday today.
Yeah.
Yes, it is her birthday today. I should have made one of the musicians join us here to sing happy birthday for you.
No.
So why don't you sing happy birthday to yourself? I mean, hey, you sing,
To
right?
myself.
To yourself. Go ahead. Doesn't
Happy birthday to me. So happy birthday to me. Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank
happy
you.
birthday to you.
Thank
You're looking
you.
absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
And she recently got her head permanently damaged.
See.
A PhD in public health.
Health management.
Health management.
Yes.
A PhD in health management.
Yeah.
And I remember the last time you were here when we talked about your life, how you started, and how you never thought that the dream would get this big,
Yeah.
but then you had to push yourself
Yeah.
to get this far.
Yeah.
For the benefit of the people who didn't watch us, just a brief summary of how you got here. You know, how you got here. Because there are still a lot of young ladies out there who are trying to figure out what to do with their lives. The potential is there, but just how to take that step and say, okay, I will do this to make my life better. Or it is possible, I can do this. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah.
So where did Patience start from and how did she get here?
Wow. Where I started from, I'm sure about that. How I got here,
You have no idea.
I'm not really so sure. I'm not so sure. It's been one rough road after the other. You bump into a hurdle, you swerve to the other way, you find your way back on track. You hit another hurdle, you jump over, or you find another way around. And yeah, finally I'm here. But it all started in the northern region where I was brought up in a village, in a school. The last time I was telling you, I had only one headmaster who taught everything in this world, including French, which he couldn't speak himself. Yeah, and we used to make fun of his French, and so that's why I can't even say one word in French. So it was like that. In this school where there were no tables and chairs, we sat on the floor. By the time you come home, you look like you've been buried and brought back, sand all over your body. And you look into the community and you see there are no role models. There's nothing to look up to. Like you see somebody who has made it and you are thinking, oh, one day I'll be, there's nothing. It's
like
just
that.
bleak, just dark.
What do
like
you
that.
see? What were you seeing? Who were
Nothing.
you? Farmers or what?
Exactly. In a village in the northern region, the main occupation is farming. Or if you're a woman, then you target one allergy when you finish school, you probably get married to and add to the number. You
That's
understand? Yeah, you just add up to the number because most of my mates added up to the number. So really there was no motivation. There was nothing to look up to. Or where I found the world, where I discovered there was something else outside of where I was living was through books. My mom is a teacher. So any story books that were in the house were what I read, and then I found out that there were some other things outside of where I was living.
Were you like me? When I was a kid, I actually thought that apart from Accra, no other city had lights.
Exactly.
You know, that's what I thought.
Exactly.
Apart from Accra, everywhere else was a village.
Was so dark, right? Yeah. So that was how I started. And so I discovered the world for myself through reading of any kind of book, anything I laid my hands on. There was a time when I actually was reading dictionaries. A dictionary, you're just supposed to find the meaning of words. But I read dictionaries like a storybook, just so I would know what else exists outside of where I was. So that was it. I finished my BEC, and I decided to explore the world. I picked my bag. My mom calls it our resort. You know that basket? That was what I came to Accra with. You know?
Came on your own?
Yeah, by the age of 16, I was independent. I was on my own. I came to Accra.
Most girls come to Accra from the north and then end up at Bibloshi.
Exactly.
Doing, you know, their porters.
Stuff.
You know,
but you come to Accra and you have nowhere to lay your head.
Yes.
You need to find something to do. So I don't really, I mean, I could have been there, but I chose, instead of being on the street, I somehow found somewhere to sleep somehow. I don't know if I told you about Nima.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Nima. I found a compound house. At least I don't pay rent. We sleep in the yard every day. You wake up in the open, yeah, in the open. Then you just wait for everybody to go to their room, and then you join the rest of the crowd in the open yard. And so it was from there. It's been quite a very long journey. It's been bumpy. It's been rough. 16-year-old, everybody thought you were this tomato they could squeeze. So you went through all that, all those harassments, attempted rapes, and all that. Finally found myself in somebody's house. The house is just right behind your studio in Laboni here. Mr. and Mrs. Aduashon, I will never forget them. They took me into their house. I was supposed to be a house help, but I didn't think I was a house help at all, because they took good care of me. They never beat me like the way I was beaten before I came to Accra. So I didn't see it to be any job. To me, it was paradise, honestly. And for working in their house, I finally saw what I've been reading about, like homes, a husband and a wife. One husband, one wife. That was where I learned that actually
it wasn't like that up there.
Where I came from, my mom had another a rival. All other houses around had so many wives. So I had to be a household to actually discover that you could have one husband.
And one wife.
One man, one wife. Yes. So I learned from there. It inspired me. So I look at them, my madam, going to Mrs. Tewia Aduashon, she'll be going to work, and I'll be looking at her and I'm like, one day,
I want to be like
I'm
that.
going to have my own husband.
Own husband?
Yes.
Oh,
you know, so instead of being demoralized and thinking I'm a house help, no, me, I saw it to be a place to learn how to be a lady.
Stone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stone.
I was never sad about it at all.
I think that is what most of the young ladies today lack.
Yeah.
They want to get there, but they don't want to take the stairs.
No.
But there are no elevators.
No.
There are no elevators,
yeah.
Unfortunately.
You need to go through the process.
You need to.
It's a process.
You need to.
It's a process.
After, you know, being a house help,
yeah.
of course you got the exposure and everything. That's what opened doors for you. And you became a nurse.
I became a nurse. I did nursing at the University of Ghana. I went to Kolebu to have my license, so I'm a qualified nurse. But then I had to switch careers because I started having children and I needed time to take care of them. So I went into lecture.
Where did you find your husband? You know, you wanted the one husband, one wife kind of thing.
One husband, one wife. Yes, I found him on campus when I went to the University of Ghana.
Ooh la la.
I had just come fresher. You know that those days they used to call it December rush or September rush, when freshers come and everybody is rushing. So they started rushing. And I looked through, made a short list, and finally
one.
Yes. Yes.
Oh God, Mr. Abo.
Yes, Professor
Abo.
Yes.
We absolutely love you. And I'm just imagining your household.
Yeah.
Your husband is a professor, and now you are also here. I mean,
Yes, so-
does it make you does it make you put a lot of pressure on your children based on where you're coming from? You know, do you put a lot of, you know, I don't know, like unconsciously
Yeah,
sometimes?
I know, but I've been deliberate about it. I've really consciously tried so hard not to put pressure on them, because I think each child have their own potentials and they have what they want to do.
Absolutely.
I never want to impose.
Absolutely.
My daughter, like you saw her picture on
Yes,
she
yes,
does
yes.
this gymnastics, and I encourage her. She wants to play instruments, and I encourage her. Whatever they want to do, I don't want to impose, honestly.
Yeah.
And I've been really conscious about it.
Yeah, it's really...
I don't think you need to be an academia to really make it. There are several things one
You
can
can
do
do.
and still excel in that area. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Young ladies who are watching me today, there's more to life than Brazilian hair. There's more to life than just sleeping around to buy clothes for yourself. I mean, I'm sorry if it sounds a bit too much in your face.
Yeah.
But I met a couple of young ladies, and I can tell that all they invest in is their looks. You know, intellectually, there is nothing up there. The men these days, you know, they want a woman that can challenge them. If they find you and you're not stimulating enough, or mentally, they find out that, okay, pretty face, you know, beautiful hair, beautiful skin, takes care of everything but her brains.
Yeah.
Then, you know, trust me, you won't last long. And there are lots of you out there who take care of everything but your brains. It's so empty up here. You look so beautiful. They open their mouths and you're so disappointed.
You can't stand them.
They're so disappointed. You're so shallow.
Anita, it's so bad that
So
these days,
shallow.
even young guys are now aspiring to date like older women because they claim their age mates are so shallow.
They're so shallow.
And so materialistic. you
Isn't
know.
that sad?
Yeah.
Isn't that so sad?
Yeah.
At what point did you decide that I need to push further? When you had your nursing degree, you could have stopped there.
Yeah.
You could have decided to stop there.
Yeah.
But now there's even music. We'll be coming to that in a
See you.
bit. What made you decide? Was it your husband? What made you decide to just keep pushing?
I think my husband is the major push because he was in academia. And when I decided I wanted to leave the hospital and teach, you know, you can't teach with just a first degree. So that pushed me to do an MPhil and some other masters.
Yes.
And then I entered academia and I realized they were beginning to put in a policy that said without a PhD, you will soon find your way out.
Out.
Yeah. So I
So you
had to
had to.
quickly, I was just being proactive. So I had to quickly enroll and start a PhD before they, get me
Wow.
out. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think my husband has been the main push factor, but then the profession I had chosen
Also
was
was an inspiration.
Yes.
And it was great that in the midst of all your kids and everything, you sacrificed, went to school,
Yes,
and now
so-
congratulations.
Thank you.
For the permanent head damage.
I have damaged my head.
Permanently.
I have
And now
damaged
your
my head.
music, we just saw her video. Yeah, she was the one in the video I played before, you know, coming here. She's multi-talented. Are you an astronaut, by the way? Maybe there's something you're hiding from me, you know?
No.
No?
Nothing.
Okay.
Apart from grace.
She's a musician as well.
Yes, so-
Oh, how's music doing? How's music treating you?
Music is doing great. I'm receiving all kinds of feedback, and that really, I'm so overwhelmed. Just a few weeks ago, I was invited, just through this music, I
Yes.
was invited to talk to a group of girls at KNUST to motivate them, to talk to them about being young and the choices you need to make.
Absolutely.
And I think it's just through the music that opened that door.
Door for you.
I couldn't have just gone because I'm a lecturer. I mean, there are several lecturers. But so the music is really opening a lot of doors. And it is touching lives, and I'm just so happy. Yeah.
So if you had to choose, I know this is a very ridiculously, you know, weird question, but if you had to choose between music and academia, would there be a first choice? Or you will let me make it easier for you, merge both?
I will marry the two of them. I will marry the two. For this one, I will be a polygamist. Yes.
It's always great having you here. Is it out on the market here?
Oh, it's been out. It's been out since last year. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm giving out, you know, I'm giving out, she brought quite a couple for me to give
My
out.
birthday gift.
Yes, her birthday gift to all the people out there. You can call 05079104404. That's
Yeah.
05079104404. Leave a message on my voice blog. Tell me about you and what you're doing with your life as a young lady. And then if I'm inspired enough, I will give you one. So 05079104404, and I will give you one. It's quite an honor having you here.
It's always a pleasure being here.
It's quite an honor having you here. It's an honor. Let me not use the word quiet. It's an honor having you here.
I am highly honored as well.
Thank you so much for inspiring us.
Thank
and
you.
You set the trail ablaze. we're all going to continue, we're all going to follow, and I hope that
I'll be looking out for you.
Yes, look out for me. I'm going to damage my head. Give me next year. So my head will be damaged as well. So I hope that she's spoken to a young lady out there who's watching, or even an older woman who is still trying to find her footing. It's never too late. You just need to tell yourself, I'll do it. And that's it. Your life is a blank page. Whatever you write on it, it's up to you. Absolutely up to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anita.
It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So you are welcome back. I want to say hello to you, Auntie Ophelia of ABS Collection. Thank you so much for my blue and white princess gown today. Anyway, I told you today the theme for the Morning Rise show today is inspiration. We had Mr. Ken Carr, an author at 24 years old, and a banker as well, motivational speaker, volunteer, youth, advocate, all that. Madam Mrs. Abor, all known in showbiz circles as Wejewa. She just had her PhD. And then, sit up for me, please. And then I have Madam Linda Yanka, right? Yeah. Okay. So I got to university mixed up. I said Central University. Forgive me. Linda is at Pentecost University. And what are you reading?
Human Resource Management.
Human Resource Management. Now, here's Linda. After secondary school, Linda didn't do so well, but she decided to rewrite her exam. Why am I even telling the story? It's saying, Nyame adom. And then me say me person more inspire and crofo. I want you to inspire the people. And you know, we'll speak the tree and then put English in between there somewhere so that my folks who don't speak English can also benefit from it.
Okay.
What's your exams now? A be anko ye no. Not then another utrim.
Oh. Me catcher me who say all hope is not lost. The fact say my mom passes subjects even. There is a quite while I was saying son here and yena mentuaso. And with me, you know, life is all about determination.
Absolutely.
I'm always determined to do whatever I want to do. Absolutely. And I don't give up.
You don't give up. You don't give up. Because there are lots of the young ladies out there on mature exams, you know, they've written it, didn't get some of the subjects, and they left it at that. Some of them wrote their BECE in 2004, and they are still there. You know, Obisa Metro on the next year. Metro on the next year. They've postponed till 10 years later, and they are still marking time. And so you decided, say, Obetro. And you know, after you wrote it, you passed the second time around, right? Okay. But what happened? What happened next? You went into your own business.
Yes. Actually, I was working with there's Abiwas Ventures Limited.
Yes.
She started this liquid detergent business. I was with her. She took me as a supervisor. We go around. And
you were paying attention.
Yes. So after that, I also go into it and then to learn it my own way and then establish myself and then do my own business
as well. So did you hear what she said? She was employed after she wrote the paper again. She was employed somewhere and the person was manufacturing liquid soap and all that. She was a supervisor there and she paid attention to detail, and later she also decided to open her own little business. But if business was going well for you, like I said, na school dey call the kopiska. And you know, what can when you sika area? What you say? Who your business kakra na sika eba? Who your liquid soap na sika eba? You went back to school. You decided to go back to university.
Yeah. You see, one thing I mentioned is suku wahi.
Suku. I like the way you said it.
Suku wahi.
That's great.
And I want to be a learned person.
Great.
It shouldn't be say me yejuma me work accrediting. That's all. No, I should be able to make it and then get to the top.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as I say, no, Pentecost University College, course Ben now you're
human resource management.
Human resource management. So we should watch out for you. And yes, that
is it.
Well, multi-talented. She's launching her album tomorrow as well. Businesswoman, student, launching her album. Yes, boys, listen, besides a Wawariana. Obi Kaguma, so say, me almost like a webi and show. I mean, besides a Wawariana. Wawari. Okay. She said she's not married. So. Now, tell me. So, what's your monka? Tell me about this album. I'm told this is your second album as well, and it just goes to show your determination spirit. You did the first album, it didn't go so well. You put in so much money, and you decided to come back again. Yeah. Tell me about that.
Okay, with the first album, we launched it. That was 2008.
Yes,
and it was Brad Ben who came in to produce the album. As time goes on, after the launch, he took all the money away, and he didn't even come back to continue with the deal. But I tried to work and then gather some money, print out the CDs, go to churches. But I was able to sell it, and it ends there. But you see, this showbiz based business, you can't, if you don't have enough money, you can't do it.
You can't do it.
You can't do it. So I left it there. And by the grace of God, I got to Faith Chapel Assemblies of God, Makati Hill. And I fellowship with them since. And with this one, they are producing me.
The church is producing you?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
The church is in charge of
producing the album. Oh, okay,
yes.
Okay. Wonderful. So for the first one, somebody took your money and everything away and you never saw them again.
Yeah.
Another thing is that those of you who want to get into a music business, it's not as easy as you see it on the surface. It really isn't easy. I would have wanted you to share some of your challenges with us. Can you share a bit of them with us?
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges you've been through, young lady?
It's not been easy though.
The way you took in a deep breath even says a lot.
It's not easy. I came to Accra at the age of 14 with my mom. She brought me. After she gave birth to me, she left me with my grandmom. My grandmom was not took care of me from there. And at the age of 14, she came for me from one village, that's Adrianansi, and she brought me to Accra. As I started school, things weren't going on well, as she expected it to be. So I have to get on my own, go to town, do all sort of business that I can push myself. But it got to time when I go to my mom, Mommy, I need money for this school. She wouldn't mind. I said, no. I have to look for my dad. And then I ran away to the Volta region to go and look for my dad. There too, my dad couldn't mind me. I had to.
So you're from the Volta region?
Yes.
Part of you is from the Volta region?
Yes. I have to crack stones, sell ice kinky.
You crack stones, like the quarry?
Yeah.
Wow. The quarry, I keep getting that word wrong. Wow. Like construction, that kind of stone business.
That is it. And I was able to complete secondary school.
That's how you put yourself through school?
Yeah. And after school, Reverend Benula Zoto and then Mrs. Mabel Zoto took me as their daughter, and that's where I get it from. Life has not been easy though, but with God and with determination, I'm here.
You're here. You're here. I think you just gave all of us, yeah, Ken is right here. Ken is just clapping for you. You know, Ken is clapping for you. That is awesome. You know, not a pie boy. More wanted your kind, not a pie boy, not a ton ice kinky, no any other piece. I know the share no at the school. Me say and then microphone mobile programmers and person more shamo and crying. Yeah, that's yeah, I think that's the word. Yeah. So a pie boy, she did a lot of it to put herself through school. Now, there are some of the young ladies out there who even have parents who are paying school fees, but you refuse to just go to school and make anything better out of yourself. And like I said, you are everything out here. You take care of everything except your brains. Can you imagine that? And your brains is what carries you. But you're launching this album tomorrow. Yes. Where are you launching it?
Faith Chapel Assemblies of God, McCarthy
Faith
Junction.
Chapel Assemblies of God, McCarthy Hill. Yeah. And what time is it?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Yeah. Tell me a bit about the album. What is the title of the album?
Okay, this album is entitled I Love You, Lord. This very one, it is scripture-based. The book of Deuteronomy 6, verse 5 says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind. And the 1 John also says, in as much as Christ loved you, you should also love your neighbor. So it's all about love. Loving God and appreciating him for who he is.
He's done a lot for us.
That is it.
He's done a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. It's been wonderful having you on the show. And I know that a lot of young ladies out there who are watching you will also be inspired by you. So tomorrow at the Faith Chapel Assemblies of God at where?
McCarthy Junction.
McCarthy Junction. The time again is?
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And I would like to appreciate Mr. Nate for trusting and then believing in me that I can make it.
Absolutely.
For supporting me in this worldly course.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Oh, come on, you guys, clap for her. You're asking me whether she's married or not. She shared her story. Clap for her. Thank you so much, Linda. It was a an absolute honor having you here. I'll be right back.
On the highway, Chevy riding on the highway. All right, all right. Just be
I be you be destiny. Best I can day. girls, for boys, who be trying on the you, and May, what in his hand with you, for girls, for boys, who be trying on the you, and May, what in his hand with you, shut up with them, the rabbi, shut up with them, oh dear, shut up with them, shut up with them, auntie, shut up with them. Shut up with them, oh dear, shut up with them, shut up with them, the rabbi, shut up with them, oh dear, shut up with them,
Don't be tear net from destiny. Yes, some SMP dance MC. Who do see the dead yes. Girls, many have been near dead yeah. I think so boys been some pound size. Or penny are soon up him. Near better no so good him. Not the biasu son puncher. The passa now to the next shafa. Girls been so dear woo. Who dear do dear Jenny make no mercy for a brave crew. Who dear should have with them. She won't need not should have with them. Who do work and she won't need not should have with them.
For girls, for boys, who be trying on the you, and May, what in his hand with you, for girls, for boys, who be trying on the you, and May, what in his hand with you, coming in there, mommy, permediano, Obi a Jeru, Bessel, Obi in a no say, near mamma, what do you do? For girls, not the bet you make it one yeah, more number, more answer. Show that's what I'm like. For girls, need for boys, and no be good day.
Sister ni braba, yet you are for guess your bebro. Sister ni braba, yet you are for guess your bebo. Shesuku when in pep, yeah. If you don't concord your beat, yeah. Shele. Poor brapa now, dear baby, shele. Watch it, cemetery. For boys, for girls, shele.
For girls, for boys.
All right. So when I saw this video, normally I don't look at who sang it. I'm just watching the video. And for a long time, I thought it was Bisakede's song, until my attention was drawn to that. He was featured on the song, and then the owner of the song actually is this young man called Destiny. And Destiny is in my studios today. Bema, what is saying?
My fans, number one super disgracious rapper Destiny is in the house, yo.
Is in the house, y'all.
Yes, I'm in the house.
Now, you're not with the count,
actually, rap, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was a
rhyme. What did you
The number one super disgracious rapper Destiny is in the house, yo. Can you fool me?
Anyway, so this is Destiny. His real name is Techi. Apia Techi, known as Destiny. Now, Bema, what you know? Your friend said, "What you fetch me pan for a long time. Not before say Bisakede and you more. Obi can't answer way."
I'm on 4P. I can especially me tight tena Kumasi the Obi himself for now the Destiny nyom. But I cry they would do places I more now feel say Bisa nyom. But of course, we a rapper automatically be future artist or no say a singer. I just don't know why be to mama. But unfortunately now Bisa so right now. Or more tracks in the system. And the track in the betum no be a Bisa track and our future Destiny. But menyum
Destiny nyoma wa feature Bisa.
My future Bisa.
Wa feature Bisa. Shadabodam. Mo etoda mo lyrics ni bi no.
It's like right now, no, to say old Tom Wadian, because I was so pay branding. This time, no artists now back out. I was so pay terms be a bit me can be easy. It be a own fan profile crab, but don't be too full. Now at the end of the day, you know be something like concept in the song.
Now Shadabodam there, if it were Ben what Shadabodam.
I don't know be back because right now when you nankasa title no crana for girls. But Shadabodam no be a hook, but you say Shadabodam na koye title o kan so far obi a nim Shadabodam.
The title nankasa for girls.
Title nankasa for girls.
But me nim Shadabodam.
Shadabodam. It is so far crabbe best sana na my title no Shadabodam. It's like I say me a boy like your boy wo ho. Now with the why you say with the ma ho na obedidi and now be also a girl but also why you say me ma ho na obedidi. And in such doing we no use something like juju This time, like boy beat me up you juju. We have video ne ya album say show boy we know kita stick. And in the video or the stick and the can was so to hear album so I convince so.
Now what did chiko?
What did chiko?
O baby the biya wana.
Obi for being a bit but a idea is see say artists nankasa mostly a head your system in muna. It out show nyum. It is so be like obon say small girl be a fin we secondary school. But one said ne ma me kunu pa oluman no ne nante said be obenye ska se ne hunti. Ono kro ye oba no timi ko aduro bi ho na wa bibia ma no. I just say
for girls.
For girls, you know.
Ain't it Shadabodam?
Shadabodam.
By destiny.
Sir, destiny. It's your 2 we not so soon. Tia, what the Shadabodam na ye. You were Nina Shadabodam, and they be a hook of the song.
I see. Now, Bama, we Kumasi na ufiana.
Kumasi na matuna chapa.
Kumasi na watuna chapa. Yes, and then no, you start the theme of your program ne in Cranche inspiration. And you know, me sure say destiny when fitia na abedu baby odu ye. Okwan wa.
Kwan no wa pa.
Kwan no wa.
Destiny me shall say music no crowd me shall say about 15 years ni being in the industry. Back in the days now me used to a ding Black G. But ne my sister na kakra na abaye destiny. Many artists P I can see pure more Ghana high and but I would say this music is about promotion, and if you don't promote your music, people doesn't see you. And demand money and time. Because many appear to any case and you fala by your many guru cofinti a track and fair. Many most of the artists in Ghana here and you ma would when they need me new release my future Bisaki day. For girls, I'm for no Shadabodam. And he shall say, Achapa.
Na bebre na pese omobedu mpempen so amomwedu no. But oche so ochen honhom eni omumu. Now apart from music no, destiny then be on our way.
Apart from music, me a marketer by profession.
We are marketer.
Some herbal companies, many some radio stations in Kumasi.
Yes, wonderful.
Aspect.
And Bisa Destiny album that he featured Bisakede on, the song's title is For Girls. But everybody knows it as Shadabodam. Now, you saw ye be for Enkola orphans. Kumasi na yana.
Pacho I me Kumasi first program. Ye shall say o Ashanti region. And the first one, ye shall say o Sofia Samai on 14th of September, Sunday. Into campus filler for Krabeba or Yebeka Kochia Sofia or Hene na Yachi Yankano more Asamai. Na at the end of the day, no much chinko na Sunday. And you may 7 p.m. Now, Yasha saying to me, fans are more across Ghana, Bia, everything about no be home in most of the artists in Ghana. You be performing, they are supporting Yankano.
Mumbra now, money destiny be to try pictures. Now, Mumba supporting a project all year. Ewo Kumasi, who say him
Kumasi, a Sofia Saman.
A Sofia Asaman. And some other economy, me pesa o share young guys na o can say be show mama na mo for say musicians na mo so na pa no an say mo address na mo address fine na no an mo tie sikrom na mo abafie na mo abeda na eno an no just mo life no just about showbiz into ka bibi kakra cho mansa na
sana manfu hu no but enye easy to become a music artist especially what you say obi atonyum na a hit kese pa oti edian kese enye easy say be our talent na automatically you can just do anything na be hit na when you ska like we say we also know a process na enu na school mpo ho as education e also ko school e also sua no ma pi e also ne nkrofo pi be ye adwuma ansa na bia botaya na eda wani mu no etimi aba menye easy at all until to the youth enkoda bebre no mo pese mo ye nwum in this system but me too mo for say omonwiro mo ho no mo nko school utimi ko school na utimi ye adwuma kakra na unya experience a obetimi aye music so easily but utena fie na okase music no what talent yes so you good into be something easy na ba out be hit am when ska it's never true.
Destiny Nyame shira opi chiame say for girls in nsem there
that we forget nsem
oh yeah sure
I work that's my own so ring tin come here for girls crank me be a waware before we are single
chiame thank you so much thank you so much so that has been Destiny with his beautiful song For Girls featuring Bisa K-Day. Thank you again, Destiny.
Thank you too.
I'll be right back. All right, so you are welcome back. And my last but not the least guest in the studio. And this is an event, the Shakina Experience. You're welcome to the studio, young men. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is Nat Abbey.
Abbey,
Nat
yes.
Abbey.
And I'm Atudazi.
Okay. Where are you from?
Actually,
You're my last guest. I can just have some fun with you. Pardon me.
Actually, I'm a gospel reggae minister.
Gospel reggae
and then
minister.
Atu is part of the band. We have a band called Toda that are helping support the ministry in terms of...
Reverend Mary Gansa was supposed to be with us today, but due to a little, hitch, she couldn't make it. But she is part of this program that is being organized, and it's going to be really awesome. It's a gospel reggae night. And we know that she started the trend for this whole gospel reggae thing.
Yeah.
When she started it, people were frowning on it. They thought, okay, this sort of like weed smokers kind of song, what is it doing in the genre of gospel songs? But as time went on, people began to accept it. And I would have loved for her to be here to share her story as part of our inspirational, theme today, but it's all good. Tell us about what's going to happen.
Actually, Shakina Experience is going to be a night of uninterrupted gospel reggae tunes. So we're going to take it from the Nyabingi to the Lovers Rock to the Root Reggae to the dance hall. And this is going to be the second year we're doing it. Last year was so phenomenal. It was very on point. And people were like, how is this thing going to be possible? But last year when we started, it was so on point. And so this year we're looking at taking it to the next level. And then we have Reverend Meriganza on the bill. We have Akesi Brimpon also on the bill, and then Aiko Logo, and then a lot of people involved.
I sort of like, no, it's okay. I sort of like, I think the reggae thing is influencing you so much because even how you talk, the way you pronounce certain words, you've noticed, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, what else have you noticed that he doesn't know you've noticed?
Well, he might not know, but then you notice that he's now really into reggae. He's thinking a lot of reggae, and he really wants to. He even told me he wants to go to Jamaica after the show. So he's really into the reggae.
Are you worried? Are you worried that he wants to go to go deeper into the reggae thing?
I am not.
You're
I'm
not. I'm just kidding. Don't mind me. But your love for reggae music, gospel reggae, Did it start from you loving, let's say, normal mainstream reggae songs? Is that how it started?
Yes, when I was
Obviously.
when I was in SS, we were this kind of, we had a group called the Cash Money Group. Then I was not
The
too
what
much
money?
Cash Money.
You were like the hip.
Yes.
The hip.
Yes,
people,
and
yeah.
we were learning a lot of Patois languages. We had a book that talked about Patois and how you learn as a Rastafari. And so when I became a Christian...
By the way, some of the patois that is on the scene these days is just so not cool. Some of them are so annoying. There's this channel on YouTube called Jamaican Sintin, and I decided to go there and listen to some patois, and then you relate it to some of the patois that we hear around here. You know that it probably doesn't have any meaning when Jamaicans
you see, we have the ghetto patois. You know, the ghetto patois has to do with that kind of that roots speaking.
So you speak ghetto patois too?
Oh, I'm actually not there
Now you're
yet.
a Christian, so you can't speak ghetto patois. Is allowed?
Ghetto patois is that kind of rigid, you know,
like the
that
raw
real kind of thing. Bombo clad man them.
Oh, okay.
You know. And then fireborn you them and then those things. But when you come into Christ and you want to blend it, it has to have that kind of touch where you can always flow.
Okay.
We're bringing people. We are winning Rastafari.
Let me catch you. I have a grand. Let me just announce this grand entrance. I should have laid the red carpet for her. And finally, I'm really honored to introduce to you Reverend Mary Ganser. You're welcome.
Thank you, Anita. It's a long time missing you.
Oh, this is great. It's great to see you. And I'm really happy that you're part of this program,
Yeah,
because I was telling them that you started it.
It's true.
Yeah.
You started.
I was criticized.
Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah, when I did Nkechre. Nkechre,
Nkechre.
boom, 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 boom. Kuchaku, kuchaku.
What did people say? What really was the reaction?
Hey, Americans has backslided. Hey, Merganza goes reggae. Merganza goes, and I'm like, oh my! I thought every rhythm comes from God, and we need to assess it as much as we can. But then it was taken to the other side. But now the song has come to stay. People
really
now
is.
play reggae without any,
without any criticism at all. This night, this program is just going to be really awesome. If the queen of gospel reggae herself is going to be there, please accept that honor from me. The queen of Ghanaian gospel reggae music is going to be there. You need to really be there. So has your style changed over the years, or still gospel reggae is still part of it?
Still I do it.
You still do reggae?
I do reggae. I do reggae. Because it's a kind of a tempo that it's not all that fast, it's not all that slow. You can just swing your body.
To it.
Yeah, to
Is
it.
it?
Yeah.
I'm so loving it. So give us the rundown for the program. Who will do that? You or you?
I'll do that.
Okay.
The rundown for the program is this. We're going to have 4 hours uninterrupted reggae tunes.
4 hours?
Yes.
Wow.
Mama Merganza is going to be there with the band.
Yes.
And you're going to see her feeling high
Yeah.
in the name of Jesus Christ. And then
It's just weird. You telling me my mama's going to feel irate.
yes,
It's just weird.
yes, because you know in the Rastafari they call it Rastafari. But I've noticed that something that when we became Christ, we have to do it Rastafari.
What?
Rastafari. Because Rastafari means that Rasta I am. Rastafari means Christ I am.
So you're going to be Rastafari the day.
Yes.
Okay,
All of us.
great.
Yes,
great.
and it's going to start 4 p.m. on the 14th of September at the Global Evangelical Church towards the Century Road.
Okay.
You can't miss it.
You can't miss it. You can't
Mama
miss it.
Mary will be there. You will see her moving. And
I'll be coming to watch her reggae moves. So the band, what should we expect from the band that day?
Well, we are putting in our best to make sure everything we do is on point. We have a surprise for you.
Oh.
Come and see people like Omar Sharif Kaptan on stage.
Oh,
That's hitting. That's just a little hint.
okay, but you just let out one of the surprises. So we'll be there. Anyway, our time is up that I'm supposed to wrap up, but our theme today is inspiration. So, Mama, we want you to just give a few words of inspiration to either the young ladies out there, anybody out there who's listening to you this morning.
A young girl, young man, never get distracted. Bible says you should fix your eyes on Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of your faith. If he started with you, if he did not let your mom abort you, and he energized you and brought you to this life, make sure, I mean, this God who brought you to life will also send you or make sure that he completes that which he has begun in your life.
Amen.
Never get swayed. Just remain focused, for God loves you.
God
loves you.
Thank you. What a way to end my show today. What a way to end my show. So the time again is what time?
It's at 4 p.m. on the 14th of September at the Global Evangelical Church, Century Road, Teshi First Junction.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching the show today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ken Carr. Thank you, Mrs. Habor. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you, Toda. And Mama, thank you so much. And I will see you again next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye.
Thank you, Jesus. Let my hand be a bossy kebranda baba. Hallelujah. Oh, what baby, I want this way. I tell you, when they be, I wish I would.